My monsters can swing into action too!
Hey everyone, it's me, mekklord. I've been crazy productive lately. Like, I don't know what's happening, but geez, I'm getting those videos out. Like, one almost every day for the past week or so. Anyway, just wanted to showcase one of the decks that I've been enjoying the most lately, which is TRICKSTARS, which I don't think I've ever showcased in a video, despite, like, I've attempted a cog run with TRICKSTARS in February. I think I ended up doing it with Rockets. And I don't think I've like played much of the deck since, even though it's pretty fun and kind of enjoyable. And with the release of TRICKSTARS Light Stage, I find a reason to go back to this deck again. So I'm playing it now. I'm in Legend 5, climbed all the way from Legend 3 today with it, and decided to showcase some of my games with it. But first of all, quick deck profile. We have 3 Candinas, which is basically the Stratos of the deck. Pretty much the best card, definitely needed a 3. Such as any Trickstar card, including Light Stage, which itself can search any Trickstar monster, which is pretty good. The 3 Corobanes, which is both an extender and a combat trick sort of cards. The attack boost definitely comes in handy. Keep in mind it boosts by the original attack. So if you use it on Lilybell, it's only gonna go up to like 1600, which isn't all that much. So it doesn't work like exactly the same way as, say, Honest Neos, or just Honest, actually. 3 Lycoris. You could cut it to 2. I like having 3 because it basically allows you to dodge targeted removal, stuff like Compulse, Book of Moon, this sort of stuff. Of course, that doesn't mean that the obvious thing to do is not always to chain Lycoris to a removal effect. But it's a cool card and it interacts pretty nicely with Trickstar Lilybell. If you return Lilybell with Lycoris, provided you did not special summon Lilybell per its effect previously in the turn, you will be able to special summon Lilybell per its effect. The direct attacker, it does matter sometimes. It can help you recycle Corobanes. It's a pretty decent card overall. I like playing one, some people don't. TRICKSTARS Light Stage, obviously the MVP of the deck. It searches 1 activation. It sort of gets rid of back row, doesn't prevent your opponent from chaining it, but it's a good card. It's a really good card. And most importantly, it does chip burn damage whenever you do damage, which quickly ranks up. Like in a game like Duel Links, when you only have 4,000 life points, this card can help decide games, unironically. Double Book of Moon, I guess you could be playing 3, but Book of Moon isn't nearly as good going second against some Link decks, which are getting very frequent. It does work against a lot of older decks, though, so it's still a decent card. 3 Festival, a card that you can search with Candina in order to... It's a 1-card Link, too, that gives you protection. There's basically no other reason to, like, even... Nothing else to expect. It's just a good card. It's just a good card. And for my trap suit, I go for 1 Morning Point, 2 Compulsors. It's the best with the 3 trap that I have access to. I have access to Crackdown, but I think Compulsor is better. 1 Needle Stealing because it works very nice with the deck. Festival protects your Link monsters, and Holy Angel protects your linked monster that it points to. So that's kind of nice. Speaking of the extra deck, we have double Crimson Heart, which is part of your like turn 1 setup on mediocre hands. The scale 3 effects allows you to gain life points equal to the attack of 1 Link monster you control, and Crimson Heart allows you to draw 2 cards if you have 2,000 more life points than your opponent. The gross summarization of this effect, but it's what it does. So sometimes you'll make this, activate the skill, get 2,000, and then draw 2 and pitch 1. And I don't know, it sounds like a pretty cool way to generate advantage, in my opinion. Holy Angel, also a very good card. I think I only have 1 of it. Yeah, unfortunately I only have 1. But it's pretty neat. Foxglove Witch can sometimes be used to help you get closer to the finishing line, which is like, just a decent Link 3 monster. Definitely made it easier to use with Festival. I've never went into Delphiandom, but I reckon it's pretty decent in theory. And Bella Madonna is actually very relevant. A lot of people don't read this card and are going to like try to interact with it, even though it points to nothing, so it's been affected by everything. And yeah, no, it's a pretty decent card, I guess. And what else is there to say? I've never went into either Phoenix or Bull or Dragon in any of my games. Maybe I should change this extra deck a little bit, include some more Trickster stuff. You can definitely play like... actually, I'm going to show you. Trickstar. You could be playing Trickstar Nightingale alongside Trickstar Bloom in order to make your opponent draw a couple of cards and then mess them up with a trap called Heavy Slump. This is a bit too jank for my liking, but it is pretty cool that you can do this. So yeah, that's the deck. I'm in Legend 5. Maybe I'll try and get it up to Cog. And if that's the case, hello to all Duel Links Meta users. In the meantime, please enjoy these replays that I've saved just for you. So first replay of the day is going to be against my favorite deck of all time, Rose Dragons. And I'm going first. Wow, wowzers, that's really cool. I am going first. Against the 24 cards Rose Dragon deck. So I opened Candina, which is really good. I opened 2 traps, which is... What more could I ask for? So I'm going to use Candina to search Festival. Activate Festival here in order to make a... What do I make again? I think I make the... I think I make the Holy Angel because I have... Yeah, I decided to go for Holy Angel. Activate 3 effect in order to go in 2000. Set 2 pass. I do this because I can protect my guy with the trap card. With the spell card engraved from Needle Ceiling. Anyway, Rose Dragon. Oh, that's really cool. It gets warning pointed. What are you gonna do? Not gonna do anything with this dumbass. Sets 2 passes. In the end phase, I switch the Candina in order to summon Lycoris so I can reuse Candina next turn. It's such a cool interaction that I love. Normal summon Candina, Holy Angel deals damage because that's what Holy Angel does. Candina is going to search a Light Stage. I want the Light Stage this time in order to start clearing their back row. Activate the Light Stage, get another Lycoris because Lycoris is just so fun. It's just so fun. Anyway, go for it. Oh no! Oh, they activate an enemy controller! Oh, they take control of my guy! Lycoris can also bounce back extra deck monsters and special summon itself. It's better than the Talon Great Falco. Anyway, that's a bunch of direct attacks it seems. Oh no, and this game is over. And I have defeated you, you filthy Rose Dragon player. At some point I even considered like passing so that it would die to the burn damage of the Lycoris. But decided to, they didn't deserve this this swift end. So yeah, F Rose Dragon. All of my homies hate Rose Dragon. This second replay is against Jack Atlas, and you know this is going to be Resonators. Cly, if you're watching this video, I hate this deck. Anyway, pretty bad, really bad opener. Bad opener, but my opponent also opened really bad because all they do is set 1 pass. So I'm like, okay, what do I do? Oh, cool, I drew Festival, so at least I have some amount of play that I can do. Decide to go for the classic Crimson Heart bit in order to maybe dig for my deck. That's when they activate the Crackdown. I just steal my monster. I don't even bother summoning the Corbane. What for? What for? It's just gonna get removed. And it's not like I fear anything. Oh, it's Wild Wind, they attack me. And that's it. I still haven't drawn a tuner, it seems. So, oh cool, another Festival. I'm gonna activate the Festival. Summon some more tokens. Do I go? Yes, you know I do. I do go for the second Crimson Heart. And this time, it's going to sort of resolve. The issue is, since I do not have more than 4,000, more than 2,000... Since I do not have 2,000 more life points than my opponents, I am only going to get to draw 1 card, and I'm still going to have to pitch 1. But it's okay, because I drew Trickstar Lycoris, and with the Lycoris in hand, I safely special the Corbane in order to, like, you know, trade a little bit. And, well, compulse my Crimson Heart. Well, I'm just gonna bounce it back to my hand anyway and summon the Lycoris. So I did it. I summoned the Lycoris. At this point, I'm also like 100% certain that this set here is a Forbidden Lance. He activates a Cosmic Cyclone. I activate my Compulse in order to send back my own Crimson Heart to my own extra deck. This time, he has a Resonator monster. Activate Warning Point, but I knew he has the Lance. I just did it for... I don't know why I did it. Didn't really matter. It's not like I can do much from this position. So he goes for Red Rising. Red Rising is going to bring back the Crimson from Grave. Crimson is going to special a red and another red. He's going to get 2100 life points out of this deal. Then he's going to make RDA, which, I don't know, I guess he didn't pull the Skylights. Skylights just better. Anyway, he's going to activate Red Soul in order to get Red Rain added to his field immediately. Then he is going to make Archraid, Dragon Archfiend Bane. And at this point, he does something really weird. He just flips the Red Rain. Like, doesn't consider that maybe he could use the Disruption on a later turn. It just wanted to go for big damage. Or maybe he misread the effect of Archraid, Dragon Archfiend Bane, thinking that he would be able to summon the Resonator monsters in attack in order to deal lethal damage. But you can't. Yeah, it has to summon in defense. So he just summons them in defense. Because that's what the card does. It just summons in defense. They've been summoned in defense to his side of the field. I draw Earth's Needle Ceiling at this point. I pretty much lost the game. He normal summons the Red Sprint! He has lethal on board! Like, even if I have a Compulse, even if I have a book, even if I have, even if I drew Treacherous Trapple, I would not have been able to activate it. And he should have known, because of the delays, that there were none. He should have known that maybe it was a Mirror Force or something. He just summons the Red Sprinter. And gives me an easy way to, like, come back into this game. Thank you, Resonator players. So anyway, it's my turn. Oh, best card of the deck, Candina. Candina is going to get me a Light Stage. Light Stage, I spent a lot of time wondering what I should be getting. I decided to go for the Lycoris in order to, like, if he gets another Red Sprinter and makes another big Dragon and attacks, because I only have 1000 life points, I can send the Candina back to hand, switch in with Lycoris in defense position, so at least I preserve my life points. But that's a really good sub deck. Considered doing more damage with like Corobane. I decided not to, and I could have gone for Lilybell, except I had no Corobane in grave. Oh, he top decks MST. Wow, that's a really good draw. Anyway, this game is over. Yeah! What a comeback! Oh my god. The lesson here, if any, is pay attention to delays, because sometimes you are going to play into cards that you could have played around otherwise. So this is the lesson for my opponent. Third duel of the day is going to be against Phantom Knights. And Phantom Knights, if you know anything about Phantom Knights, you know that it's a deck that is very potent. Why is he playing 30 cards? Why is he playing 30 cards? Anyway, I open Light Stage and Festival, which is really cool. I'll always go with Festival first because... Why do I go Festival first? I don't know. Anyway, we make a Crimson Hearts. We activate the last state at this point to get a Candina. Candina is going to grab a Lycoris. Is it going to grab a Lycoris? I forgot. It's going to grab us another Festival, never mind. Because that's the card that I'm going to pitch for a Crimson Hearts effect after gaining 2000. So I draw 2, I get the third Festival and a Compulse. I'm going to set the first as a bluff. And the second as an actual card that can actually do stuff. So, my guy has like double Stained Greaves in hand, which... Is he playing 3? What's going on? Anyway, Ancient Cloak is going to get him Silent Boots. At this point, Candina is not going to do anything because it's not what Candina does. Candina only activates on spell traps, never mind. But he has all 3, so he's going to go for the Levia setup, in which he makes Levia the Sea Dragon first in order to like sort of recycle the Ancient Cloak. And with the Ancient Cloak and the Stained Greaves, he's going to go for Breaksword. Breaksword is going to activate, and he's going to target the Compulse. I waited until this bit to use my Compulse. I was considering maybe if he like targeted the Festival, I could have kept the Compulse for like the Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, which works better if he has like Forbidden Lance, because he summons Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, I Compulse on summon, he is forced to chain Lance, and he can't use the rank up magic on the Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon anymore this turn. So this did not work out. But it's still pretty good because he doesn't have Lance anyway. So I'm just going to get to like send back Breaksword to the extra deck. He's going to activate Silent Boots in order to grab a Phantom Knight Sword, which, weird choice, not my favorite PK back row. You should have picked Wing probably. He's going to set 3 and pass. At this point, I'm going to Light Stage first and foremost. He activates Karma Cut, which like look at this. He is playing Onigami combo. Why? Like, when are you ever going to... That's like the second duelist I've faced today with Onigami combo, by the way. The first one was a Cypher player. So, like... What is going on? Anyway, he's gonna get rid of my Crimson Heart. Candina is gonna deal damage. Light Stage is gonna deal damage. This point, I have another festival that I'm going to use. This time, I think I make Holy Angel. Do I make Holy Angel? I forgot. No, I make the second Crimson Heart. Never mind. Crimson Heart, push the Lilybell. I'm going to get a second Candina that I'm going to summon in order to get a second Lycoris. And then I'm going to link these two up into Focus Glove Witch in order to do some more burn damage. 300 plus 100 with the Light Stage. And then I'm going to link these two up into Bella Madonna. That's one of the rare games in which I actually made the Bella Madonna, which like does 400 per its effect and another 100 per Light Stage. Korobane is going to special summon itself at not link point. I'm going to attack, and my opponent does the funniest thing. He activates Magic Cylinder on my Bella Madonna. Yeah, Bella Madonna's attack. I'm just gonna take a couple of seconds here to catch my breath and let you read the text on Bella Madonna. Yeah. Reading. He's going to activate Sword after the Magic Cylinder failed to work properly. And then I'm just going to get to punch this guy. And he protects it with Sword, but then Korobane can still punch it. But then I get to punch the Levia with Korobane, and then I get to Lycoris. The Korobane for Lycoris, and then Lycoris for the Madonna for the second Lycoris. I got really confused, but basically what happened is Lycoris is not once per turn and just represents like this amount of extra attacks that you can bring forward. It's a really good card. Definitely play the 3. So he's going to deal even more damage. So he's down to 600 life points. He's going to draw and he's going to lose 200 per the first Lycoris effect and 200 per the second Lycoris effect. Like he's down to 200. He cannot make any mistakes, and he immediately activates the search effect of Ancient Cloak. Reading is a fundamental skill in Yu-Gi-Oh! And last but not least for today, the last game is going to be against Blue Eyes. Easy W, I tell you. This is such an easy win until I see that I'm going second. But it's fine, like I can play against around Kamikot with Lycoris, right? Oh, a hand that doesn't have Candina or Light Stage. Well, that's... Oh, he just sets one and pass. Well, pretty much have lethal right here and there. So, special summon the Korobane. I'm still concerned that he has something, anything to stump me here, so I don't go for the second Korobane. I attack its Mirror Force. Okay. So I'm gonna have to send the Lilybell back to my hand to protect it against the Mirror Force. I have Lycoris in defense, so it doesn't die. Lilybell is going to special summon itself again per its effect, and get Korobane back from the graveyard. That's the end of my turn. To think that I thought I had lethal. He's going to activate Melody of Awakening. Pitching Power of the Guardians, by the way. Power of the Guardians. Like, oh my god. These games are so easy. Anyway. Yeah, I'm going to deal 200 more. He's going to summon the alternative. I've just compulsed it. I don't have time for this. Such an easy game. What the worst that could happen? Takes another 100 per Lycoris. Oh. Okay, so fine, I'm going to have to contend with the Twin Burst Dragon. Like, it's fine. It's fine, it's not a big deal. Except that it can be destroyed by battle, and I've lost my Lycoris and my Lilybell, so I really need a good top deck. Trickster Festival does it. At least I think it does. It's going to be able to get me a Crimson Heart. At this point, I'm going to use my skill to recover some life points. I'm going to use the Crimson Art in order to get... Oh, that needle thing is going to prove very handy. Unfortunately, he is going to be able to, you know, punch over the Crimson Art. I'm like, hey, he's gonna banish my guy if I protect with the festival anyway, so I'm just gonna pitch the Corobane here, deal some damage, because how I win, I think, is like through the grind game and through burn damage. I drew the warning point for turn, not really the best card I could have drawn. He's going to summon Maiden with Eyes of Blue and attack direct for 3000. I'm one card away from being able to flip my Needle Stealing and win the game. Lycanroc does it. I'm going to attack the Maiden with Eyes of Blue with Lycanroc, knowing that he is going to be able to summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon at this stage. I think the set card is a stone, like I'm 90% sure the set card is a stone. This is exactly the board state that I wanted to achieve for him, because now he has a full board and he's going to commit to this board even more in the form of Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. And at this point, I feel confident in the battle phase about flipping my Needle Stealing. He activates Spirit Dragon in response. I have created a Reddit post today. This guy is going to go on the dueling subreddit and ask, why didn't my Spirit Dragon protect against Needle Stealing? This is a bug. This is a hack. This is a cheater. But alas, reading again is a fundamental skill. So I destroy his entire board, and then he reveals that he had Deep Ice White Dragon, and he is able to special it. And I can't flip the warning points. I just take 3000. This is the worst deck that I've lost to today. I think I have like 3 losses today in my entire club. One was to Mech Knights, the other was to the Trickster Mirror, because I got Dark Hole, because I went for the greedy Crimson Art plus Candina instead of like... No, I didn't even go for Crimson Art, I went for just Candina and set 2 pass. And the third one is this. Blue Eyes player playing Power of the Guardians and Maiden with Eyes of Blue, who opened Deep Eyes. Yep. This sucks. So anyway, that was the deck. Definitely cog-worthy. Definitely gonna try and push the cog. I'm already in Legend 5, can be that hard, right? But yeah, there were some pretty fun games. I think this deck has the potential to become one of the most annoying decks you're going to be facing in the near future. Like Light Stage does so much for the deck. If you have built this deck and you haven't really played around with it yet, I encourage you to do so. It's really fun and it's pretty powerful, all things considered. So don't hesitate to let me know what you think of this deck. Thank you for watching this video, hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys and gals and non-binary pals next time.